Boom! We have another tutorial for you guys. This is a new tool. I haven't shared this since day one of this channel. It's called Pixelmator. I use Pixelmator along with Canva and Sketch and a couple of other softwares. And so this tutorial, what I want to share with you is if you've ever seen an image that's fading into the background. I used to do this a couple of years ago, and then for some reason I started adding graphics behind the image instead. And now, since working with a new client and a partner, an agency partner, where he's selling the funnels and I'm building the funnels, I'm doing more of them again, and I love them because it looks so clean. So without further ado, let me show you this little design trick, and hopefully it can help you in your business and with your funnels as well. So now let's switch this around and dive into the computer. By the way, I don't know why this is open right here, but I'm looking at getting these headphones, which I shouldn't probably, because it's like 500 euros or something. So anyways, they look good though. Okay, now the tutorial. Right, so in this video, we're gonna try to turn this image into the background fading into the banner image or background on the landing page. So for an example, here is what that could look like. You have a person and you have a background that you want the person to kind of nicely fade into, and I think it looks pretty sick, but we're actually gonna use something a little bit different first. So I'm just gonna take this one. So I've uploaded an image here to Clipping Magic, and I'm just gonna open it and cut out the background first entirely. So you'll see why in a second, because basically what I want, and you can see it's the AI here is finding pretty much everything. Yeah, it looks like it's found everything. Sometimes if there's something that is not cutting out, you just use this, the red one. And if it's something that is cutting out that you want to use, you just use the green one and sort of color over that. So it's already doing that. I'm just showing you example. Boom. Great. I can also preview it by just hovering over this button right here. See original, preview. For some reason, it's turning on the shadows for me automatically, so I'll just uncheck those and then I'm just gonna download it. In fact, what I could do even is just make the image a little bit brighter. So like we could do a 10 and we could put that to 5, highlight 5. That will probably do. Okay, so you don't have to do the color correction. Just wanted to show you what you can do with this tool. So now we have two images, this one and this one. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this, and I'm gonna open the same image. You'll see it right here. I'll just open it in Pixelmator Pro. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I have this image right here. What I'll actually do, so let me just find it again here and drag in this one. So now I have both of them. I'm gonna place this on top of the other one, so I can easily find those because I have big ears. Okay, that will do for the sake of this video. And now all I wanna do is click on this background layer. So we have the layers here. You can see face, the one without background is on top of it, which means that one is gonna show first. So now I can click here, and I don't use all of these because I'm not a techie person per se. And what I'll do first, I'll just set this to like 50 and brush size maybe to 500-ish. I say ish, but then I have OCD and I need 500. Anyways, and I'll just start with the edges. So I'll start there. In fact, I'll actually do 100 for the first one because I want all edges to be gone, and then I'll sort of ease the power on the opacity here in a second. But first we'll just do it like that. Nice.
Into the mouth. Nice.
Okay, we drag it back to maybe 30, and then we can make this bigger. We can go one set like that to get the entire background a little bit brighter, and then we can see what it looks like by clicking here. So I click V, so I get this selector tool, and then I'll just click the rectangle, and now I'm just gonna go here, add a rectangle in here and move it behind it. So remember, we want to have in the background. So it's already looking better. So now if I deleted this, you could see that me, the person they have here, is also being edited. But because I'm only editing the background layer, the person here stays super clear. So that's the power of this tool. Now what I'll do is I will go in. I can actually click rectangle and change the color as well. If I want to have a darker one, so like a navy blue, you can see it's still pretty rough on the edges. And so I still want to change it. So I'll do that by going here. And I'll probably set this down to like a 10 or 15. And I'll click background layers because that's the one that we want to use. I'll do a little bit more on the entire one, but then I want to start going here on the edges, specifically here, and I'll just double click it. Boom. And here. Now we're getting a smoother transition into the background, as you could see in the image example I showed you at first. So I'll go there. And then here. So now for an example, and by the way, the reason why we're doing this is we're not coloring the background area. We're simply deleting the colors from the image, making it transparent, gradiently transparent, fading into the background. So now if I go again and change I can click V, rectangle, change this back to a white background, you can see that it's slowly fading out. I'll probably not gonna do any more than that. In fact, I would probably say that you can do a little bit less. You can have it more visible than that, but this just shows you the power of this tool, and maybe it gives you some inspiration how to make your designs better. Because if you just do it on this one, I'll show you here an example. If you just do it on the background layer, right, you'll see that it's also gonna delete these, and it just doesn't look as clean as when you're doing it right here. So anyways, hopefully this was helpful. I know it was a quick tutorial, but then you can go in and do stuff like add rectangle text, images, graphics behind it, and make it look super cool. So hopefully that was helpful. That is Pixelmator Pro. We're using Sketch for details, Clipping Magic to remove the background. There's a lot of other great tools. By the way, if you want the full tutorial on this and the hundreds of more tutorials that I have to build beautiful funnels that convert, go to fulltimefunneldesigner.com. And if you're new here to the channel, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, because I'll get inspired by every single one of you liking, commenting, subscribing, and it helps me stay motivated to create more content for you guys. So with that said, I'll see you in the next video.